cheeseburger birthday. Who's my beautiful baby? Who's my beautiful baby? Give me a kiss. Cheeseburger birthday. You sit. You roll over? Can you roll over? Hey, roll over. Roll over. Down, down, down. Roll over. Oh, what good baby.
Go didn't roll over.
What good baby. Little bites. Little bites. Little bites. Just little bites. Oh, cheeseburgers are so good. Oh, I love cheeseburgers.
Birthday burgers. You guys are so spoiled.
Oh, they're so good. They're so good. Are you taking little bites, Boo Bear? Are you taking little bites?
Not going to feed him any of those Chinese jerky treats from Costco that kill dogs. Do you see that story?
Oh, I love cheeseburgers.
You see that story?
Yeah.
We don't do that. We feed them good old American meat.
No doggy treats.
Yeah, no, doggy treats are not good.
If it's good enough for American children, it's good enough for my Boo Bears.
Right? Is that good, Rufus? Hey.
Who's my Boo Bear?
Hold on. Boo. Rufus. High five, buddy. Sit. Sit. High five. I got him right here. High five. Oh, come on. You can do a high five better than that. Scoot over, girl. Rufus.
Come here. 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 Sit. High five.
Sit. It's too far for the camera. Oh, look at that. High five. Can you do the other hand? Other one. Other one. Give me a shake on that other hand. Rufus, sit. Shake. Shake with the other hand. Oh, you got it. High five with that hand.
Get it.
Hey, high five, buddy. High five.
Get him.
Hey, high five.
Get him.
Oh, come on. You missed it. I know. He's like, fine.
My butt is sliding on the floor.
Then there's that girl sitting patiently.
She's going, is that it? There's no more cheeseburgers, no more puppuccinos? That's it, girl. All done, girl. What good babies. What good babies. You're my beautiful babies.
11 years old today. Can hardly believe it.
Let's see, what do we got here? Hi, everybody. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is everything good? Are we good? You're a towel, Barry. Is everything good? Are we good? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Are we good? Can you hear me? Are we good? I have 7 clips today. Oh. Oh, man. All right. I am about ready for a bong hit, so you guys know. So you will be prepared. No one's telling me if they can hear me or not. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, no one's telling me. Oh, okay, good. Thank you, Wilco. Let's see. Where's my torch at? Okay. There, now I can be prepared. I better not run out of gas. Getting low on gas. Don't want to run out on gas. Don't want to run out on gas. Thanks, Barry. Alright, thanks for tuning in, everybody. My name's Mike. This is my YouTube page, Mox News, and this is the live call-in show that we do every Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's always better when you are here. Okay, so and in case you're new to Mox News, there are over 10,700 and like 10,800 videos here. Almost 10,800 videos. This far away. So there's a lot to see, and they're all basically the same quality, the same type of video that I posted last night. You guys see the video I posted last night about the Washington State representative who was who's accused of domestic terrorism for plotting to overthrow the U.S. government. You guys see that I posted that last night? I have that video clip here, so it's ready to go. It's one of the 7 that I have lined up for today. I have 7 video clips. So I thought that was a pretty important video clip, and that's the type of work that I do here at Mox News on YouTube. As I post important video clips so that we can have this discussion. Because I thought this clip about the Washington state representative being charged with being accused of domestic terrorism for plotting to overthrow the U.S. government. Now, in my opinion, plotting to overthrow tyrannical, over-intrusive police state in the land of the free is probably one of the most patriotic things that an American could do. So, I honestly, this is the discussion that I want to have. I believe that the Constitution gives American citizens, United States citizens, the right to plot to overthrow their government. What do you think about that? Discuss it amongst yourselves while I do this thing here. Or you can follow me and do exactly as you see. That's a big hit. That's a big hit. All right. So, as I was saying, I believe, okay, and I have this clip. If you guys didn't see this clip, you want me to play this clip about the Washington state representative that's being accused of domestic terrorism for plotting to overthrow the U.S. government. That's what they're accusing him of. Do you guys see this? Should I play it now so we all know, so we're all on the same page when it comes to what we're discussing? Let's see, what clip is that? That is clip number 4. You want to see that one? You want to see clip number 4? Okay, I'll play clip number 4 now. You ready? Here we go. Hold on.
This is just in. Tonight, a state lawmaker accused of domestic terrorism is now reacting to the report. An independent investigation found Spokane Valley Representative Matt Shea helped to plan an armed government takeover. On Facebook, Shea wrote in part, "Like we are seeing with our president, this is a sham investigation meant to silence those of us who stand up against attempts to disarm and destroy our great country. I will not back down. I will not give in. I will not resign." But lawmakers from his own party say that he should. King 5's Drew Mickelson has their response tonight.
Disturbing is how the incoming new Speaker of the House, Lori Jenkins, described this report. The governor says there is no place in Washington for hate or violence, especially from those who have been elected by the people. This report determined that Spokane Republican Representative Matt Shea, quote, participated in an act of domestic terrorism when he planned, engaged in, and promoted 3 armed conflicts outside the state between 2014 and 2016. Shea has served in Olympia since 2008 and has been an outspoken critic here of gun-related laws. This 4-month investigation done by law enforcement investigators included interviews with 34 witnesses. The report determined that he supported and was involved in protests supporting Nevada rancher Cliven Bundy, took part in a dispute with the Veterans Administration in Idaho, and was at the standoff at the Malheur National Wildlife Refuge in Oregon. What does this report mean for Representative Shea? Well, he has been suspended from the House Republican caucus, where the party's strategies are discussed. He also has been removed from all of his committee seats. We have learned that this report has been forwarded to the FBI. In Olympia, Drew Mickelson, King 5 News.
And on Twitter, House Minority Leader, Republican Representative J.T. Wilcox is calling for Representative Shea to resign.
Developing now at the state capitol. We're tracking the fallout after a new report followed Representative Matt Shea took part in an act of domestic terrorism against the United States. In the last few hours, a Spokane Valley representative posted this response on Facebook. He says he will not resign, and he called it a, quote, sham investigation. House Republican leaders have now suspended Shea from their caucus, and they're calling for him to step down. The investigation commissioned by the House found evidence he helped militia leader Ammon Bundy to plan the 6-week takeover of a wildlife refuge in Oregon in 2016. It ended after one protester was shot and killed. Dozens were arrested. The report also found Shea planned, engaged in, and promoted 2 more armed conflicts outside of Washington. The first was a standoff in Bunkerville, Nevada in 2014. That was followed by an armed conflict with the VA in Bonner County, Idaho. The full report has been forwarded to the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office.
And I want to show you some of the reaction coming in here at the live desk. Governor Inslee calling the report disturbing. In this tweet, he said there's no place in Washington for hate or violence, especially from those who have been elected by the people. House Speaker designate Lori Jenkins released a statement reading in part, in its 130-year history, I am unaware of House members ever having received such a comprehensive and disturbing investigatory report about another member. She goes on to say, we believe formal action needs to be taken.
Okay, so, and I think it's pretty clear, right, that, you know, what this guy is doing, right? And it seems to me that, you know, the founding fathers wanted us to have the right and the ability to stand up to an over-intrusive police state, you know, monarchy-type government, you know, and I'm not talking about Donald Trump in any way, shape, or form. Hello, caller.
Hey, that's a pretty important story, dude. I'm glad you posted that. That's a federal case right there, man. That's a constitutional case. I hadn't heard about it.
Oh, I posted it last night about midnight. And then I figured some people probably didn't see it. And I kind of want to talk about it because I really believe that the U.S. Constitution gives us the right to plot against a tyrannical government. And they're saying that, you know, he's a domestic terrorist because he was aiding in a plot against the U.S. government. So I think all of the defendants in that very same case have beat the federal government, beat the BLM, and now they're holding this guy. Apparently, he's a senator, right? He's a representative. He's a Washington State representative.
Why are they picking on him when every single person involved in the federal case against the Bundy Ranch and the place up in Oregon has already beat the case? I mean, he didn't do anything different than what they did. He's just a representative. So.
They're doing it because he's part of the Republicans, and the Republicans want to be, you know, this straight face, and people are going, how can you allow this person to be part of you? And when he was trying to overthrow the U.S. government, and you know.
Yeah, but I haven't heard anything about him trying to overthrow the government. All he did was make a stand on the Second Amendment and land rights. That's not overthrowing the government. He didn't shoot anybody. He didn't attack any FBI officers. He didn't do anything wrong. He talked and he took a stand, and that's the way I see it. But I don't know very much about his particular role in that case. But I know the case.
But the real question is, I mean, do you believe that the Constitution allows us the right to plot against the government?
Well, what do you mean by plot? We got to clarify our language. He wasn't plotting.
I want to overthrow the motherfucking government. Okay.
So do I.
Yeah. See, I mean, but don't we have that right to fucking discuss that amongst ourselves and how we're going to go about that? I mean, I have an idea for a totally peaceful revolution, you know? I mean, and it's simple. All we have to do is get rid of political parties, and that will be a total U.S. revolution. Okay? That's all we have to do is get rid of political parties, and it's a whole new fucking government.
Well, it seems to me this is a free speech issue. They're saying that like you and I, essentially, we're saying we want to overthrow the government. We're in agreement on that. We want.
I want freedom. I want people who fight for freedom. This government does not fight or try to protect our freedom in any way, shape, or form.
Somebody in the House of Representatives of the state of Washington, or some group of people, is plotting against this guy because they don't like his speech. This is a free speech issue.
Right. Yeah. So, that's what I'm saying. That's basically what it is that I'm saying. Is that this is a free speech issue, and that makes it a constitutional right that we have to discuss overthrowing this piece of shit, over-intrusive, over-criminalization of the American people, police state government. We have every right in the world to discuss it and make plans on how to make it happen. And that's really what this show has been about from day one.
So who was it that shut down his office? Was that the House of Representatives shut down his office?
I think it's the Republican caucus. Like they voted, they decided, together to do it.
Don't they have Democrats in the House of Representatives in Washington? What are they saying about this man?
I don't think they're going to defend someone being labeled a domestic terrorist. From what I can tell about Democrats in Washington state, they tend to be overly progressive liberals who don't really respect anyone's rights either.
Well, not only do you live up there, and you know that you're probably one of the authorities, the experts on the House of Representatives and local politics in your state. This is the first time I've heard of this guy, and just on the face of it, he's not doing a single thing wrong. He has an
he's probably. This is the kind of thing that happens to a person when they're doing things right. When they're they're pushing the right person's buttons, this is the kind of thing that happens to them. So
apparently, if you were to join or be elected to the Washington State House of Representatives, and you happen to speak the way he's speaking, and you camped out with the farmers up in Washington against the BLM, the Lavoie-Finnecane affair, whatever they call it, you would also be a domestic terrorist.
Right.
Just for doing what this guy did.
Right, just for protesting against the U.S. government, basically.
Oh, man, I don't think there's any constitutional way that when this case goes to court, which it inevitably should be, I hope the guy pushes and pushes or opens his own office up or does something radical. I hope he really makes a stand. There's no way they can beat him in court. This is a constitutional issue, and they're trying to. I mean,
he should be doing a countersuit for defamation when they're fucking talking about fucking domestic terrorism. Give me a fucking break, man.
Oh yeah, everybody in Washington should be standing up for this guy. Everybody all over the country. This guy is Lavoie-Finnecane. It could have been him shot. He's. I'm all for it, man. Anybody who agrees with the ruling from the Washington, I guess, the Republican caucus, can kiss my ass, because this guy is basically a hero. He's one of these guys. He's one of the good guys. He's standing up for us. It's a cut and dry issue. Cut and dry. There's no question about it. Anybody wants to call in and state an opposite case, like he's a criminal, he's a traitor.
The real question is, I honestly think, the real question is, do the American people have the right to stand up against this government? Do they have the right to talk about overthrowing a police state in the land of the free?
What would Jesus do?
Jesus would be fucking burning the banks to the ground, man.
Jesus would have a spear, a burning spear, man. He'd be throwing it at those guys. I mean, it's such an easy one. I can't imagine anybody just coming down on this guy. It's got to be the caucus has a stick up its ass, and they're just God. Those people should be exposed. Their names should be published in the papers, and people should know who the hell they are, this Republican caucus. And they had to have signed their name to some document that says we're censoring this guy. So those people should be exposed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I was looking at the evening news here just a second before I come on, and I was really surprised that there wasn't some kind of follow-up on this, because like you're saying, I see this as a really big, important fucking issue. If they're going to accuse a sitting fucking Washington state representative of domestic terrorism, you'd think they'd have a story, more than one fucking story at 11 p.m. at night on the local news,
Well, you, I don't know, but I'll bet you are very familiar with this case, and really it was a BLM authority, some guy named Mike Love or something like that was harassing the Bundys and created this big fucking stink, and it was a federal government representative coming down on farmers who had a centuries-long agreement to graze their cattle, and
under Obama.
Under Obama, he didn't do jack shit. A lot of times presidents just kind of step aside and say, well, this is a issue for this department. It's like, I don't have anything to say about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he did, was said this is a homeland security issue at this point.
Yeah, well, that goes to show what good homeland security... Cows got nothing to do with homeland security, Next, they're going to be labeling cows domestic terrorists, because the whole thing has already been gone through for at least 3 years that I know of, maybe more. Lavoy Finnegan was shot and murdered on film in cold blood, and his widow hasn't received any money, and the BLM backed off in Nevada. The BLM backed off in Washington or Oregon, and that radio host, I forget his name. He got out of jail. He spent time in jail. You know who I'm talking about? He got arrested in Oregon by the FBI. He went up and talked to him and said, "Hey, he was just covering the event,
Yeah, I can't think of who you're talking about right now, but I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of the guy's name.
Yeah, me neither. But this whole thing has already been gone through. The federal government, the BLM, and apparently Homeland Security already gave up. It's already been through the courts. I think they tried to retry the issue, and it's all just... Now you got some dumb motherfuckers in a Republican caucus dragging up a dead issue as if it's their duty. I think this is just as stupid as the impeachment. It's on equal footing with the stupidity of the impeachment. It's a ridiculous, beatable... I think this guy ought to muscle his way into his own office and put new locks on the doors and just hole up there.
Yeah, go ahead.
He should just hole up there with cameras and make it a fucking federal issue, man. I would make such a big deal out of this. This just happened like yesterday, right?
This happened last night, was the first reporting I've seen on it.
Well, this is a big issue. I'm glad you covered this story. It's a giant story, and if people think it's got nothing to do with you, bullshit. If a
Well, yeah, no, I'm a very outspoken. Like I've said again and again, I'm on all the lists. That's not a fucking joke, okay? And I'm a very outspoken people. The government has known me very well long before anyone ever dreamed of a YouTube. Okay, trust me when I say this. And if anybody wants to see more about this story, I'm posting a link in the chat room right now, and that brings up about 20 stories, or between 20 and 30 stories on Mox News about this particular issue with the Bundys and this representative and Lavoy Finicum. So if you want to know more about it, I just posted a link right there in the chat room, and that will bring up 30 Mox News stories on this subject. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, I'll definitely hook into that. I mean, I thought that it was kind of dead. It ended in a stalemate with one innocent man killed and a bunch of damage to the citizens. But now your own state representatives, apparently just the Republican caucus, is acting out like they own people's minds. You know, it's like, we don't like you, we're going to bully you. That's the essence of the case. We don't like you, we're going to bully you, and we're going to label you a domestic terrorist. I mean, it's really no more complex than that. These guys should be exposed.
Yeah, I really hope that he does like $1 million per person that's accusing him of that, to, you know, some kind of like a defamation suit, you know, because that's every single one of them deserves to feel pain for doing that.
Well, by shutting down his office, they're breaking the Constitution themselves. They don't have the right to shut down his office on hearsay, on trumped-up charges that don't really exist.
Yeah, it's like you said. I see it as a very important issue, and I think it really does involve all of us and our speech. Again, this is all from day one. I talk about freedom. This is all about our speech, okay? And our, you know, like we were talking about last week, the new Trump executive order, you know, saying that we can't support the boycott, divest, and sanction movement, or it's fucking hate speech now. You know, this is your proverbial boiling pot, and we are the proverbial frogs, and we have to stand up and speak out while there's still time left.
Yeah, I hope he gets a lot of support from the people he's representing, because he's got my support. I mean, he's obviously a good guy. He's obviously knows the Constitution, and he's obviously in the right. So, fuck these other people. I don't know who they are, but I would certainly like to learn their names. And, yeah, I think it's a very important story with national implications and constitutional implications. Because imagine if these guys in Washington, if other representatives in other states did the same thing. It's like, man, the insanity is spreading from just impeachment hearings down into state House representatives. It's like, it's a plague of madness, man. These people are, they're anti-American, whoever these people are. They're anti-American.
I agree 100%, and I it's just like this. I see all these people in Congress pretty much the same way. You know, they all seem to be anti-American. They all seem to be anti-freedom, and again, this is why I'm talking about. You know, we have a perfect way to have a 100% peaceful revolution by simply demanding the end of all political parties in the United States. If we simply do that, that will be the reset button. Okay, and we can move forward, you know, without the fucking, left, right, blue, red, fucking, I support this football team because that's the football team my daddy supported and his daddy supported before him. You know, enough of that bullshit. We're Americans and we need to support Americans, and that's all there is to it.
I agree, Michael. It's a really important story, and I'm glad you're covering it. It's really good thing to cover. Excellent.
Yeah, I have this story that Craig was talking about yesterday too. He helped me get a video. I couldn't find one, but he found one and was able to grab it for us for the police in Hawaii who made the homeless guy lick the urinal. We'll have that video too, and I also have a video of cruise ships colliding, and have a video of another Texas cop charged with murder. The one that killed the woman that was playing video games with their nephew. He got charged with murder today, and I have video of the police saying that an attack on a transgender person. The video shows it was not a hate crime. So I have a couple good videos. If you guys want to see more videos, let me know. But I thought that this is the most important thing to talk about because it does affect us all. I mean, it's really, you know.
Yeah, that's great the way you're doing it. I think you'll be able to get more intelligent response if you run 2, 3, 4 stories every day, and give because you're actually stimulating your audience. Maybe you'll get less trolls and more people engaged in the stories themselves, and that's a very important way to go. You can mix it up with marijuana all you want, but for me, I'm information oriented, so I think that's a good way to go, is to keep doing the videos every day.
Yeah, I'm gonna do videos. I got it lined up now. Craig got it lined up for me so that I can do let's see. I can do like 7 clips now. I can, without his help, I can just get them all in position and I don't need him to go, hey Craig, can you line up video 5? Can you line up video 6? I just got it. I got it all now. So and he's figuring it out. He's ready. He's about ready to. We got to learn. There's a couple things. I want to learn how to build backgrounds, okay? Because there's a couple of backgrounds that I'd like to have, and there's a couple other things that we're going to do. But, he's got the voicemail thing set up, so if people leave voicemails, and he's collecting voicemails and all this stuff. So, should become more and more interesting as we move forward.
Well, I told a friend of mine about your show this morning, and I encouraged her to call in. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. I don't know. She's in Finland now, but she's been in London covering the Julian Assange thing, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, congratulations. Yeah. It's really panning out. Good story.
Right on.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, thanks for calling. Nice to hear from you. See ya.
Bye.
Oh, and that's our buddy Michael in SoCal. Okay, so let's see. What do you guys want to see? You want to see another video? You want to see? Okay, so but I personally believe, that the founding fathers not only would have wanted us to have the ability to speak out against the government clearly, but to plot, and not only to plot against the government, to come together and say, hey, we think this is bad and we need to do something like we've been doing here. We think this is bad and we deserve better, and here's an idea for how we can move forward and get this shithole government out of our way, right? And that has nothing to do with Donald Trump. It has everything to do with the Republicans and the Democrats, and nothing to do with Donald Trump. I just want the shithole government out of the way so that we can move forward together as Americans. And I think the simplest way, the simplest, most realistic, most easiest way for us to have a modern day revolution in the United States is simply to say no more political parties, to banish, to outlaw any formation of political parties. We now have Americans that are representing Americans, not fucking Republicans representing fucking Republicans, and fucking Democrats representing fucking Democrats. Who came up with that bullshit? Who does that work for? None of us. None of the working class man. 100% for sure. This is the simplest way to a peaceful revolution, is to demand no more parties, to outlaw the parties, to banish them from ever being allowed to participate in American politics ever again. I think it's a good idea. And again, I think it actually is I think it is a form of a peaceful revolution without actually having to burn the White House and the Congress and the Senate to the ground. You know, with all the senators and the congressmen trapped inside. But simply just to say you're not welcome here anymore. You're corruption. You're corrupt. You're dug in, intense, can't exist without corruption parties are banished from ever having anything to do with American politics ever again. End of story. That's what the American people, I believe that's what the American people would like most of all. I think we're ready for a revolution, and I think this is the simplest way forward, the most peaceful way for us to make this happen, for us to take our government back. No more political parties. We must banish them from ever existing in the United States ever again. And if we ever were going to do anything really good for our children, that would be it. Because then they would have the chance at, again, what the founders hoped for was Americans representing Americans, Americans fighting for Americans, not this bullshit duopoly. Red against blue? Give me a fucking break. You know, who came up with this? Someone evil. And I don't think the American people are evil at their core. I think they're good at their core. But evil has taken over this government. And we must take it back. Is this thing on? Can you guys hear me? And this is the simplest way. So, and I believe we have every right in the world to take our government back. I believe the founding fathers set us up so that we had all of those rights shall not be infringed. All of those rights, you know, given to us as if they were birthright. You know, so that we could move forward, living our lives in a free manner that we see fit. And everything about this government has done everything within its power to take that away from every single individual in this country, beyond a shadow of a doubt. And that's the Republicans and the Democrats moving hand in hand together, skipping tra-la through Sherwood Forest, happy as could be. And you all know it. So, anybody else want to join me in overthrowing this government? Huh? Huh? The number's right there if you do. Because it's time. The founding fathers would have thought we would have stood up long before now. I'm quite sure of that. They gave us everything we needed to make it happen. Hello, caller.
Michael, this is Steve McClanahan coming to you live from Los Angeles, California. We are still here. We missed our flight. We don't have a van, but you know what? We are still going.
Steve,
we've got breaking news.
I have to tell you, every time you call, you sound like just one mishap after another.
I tell you what, I understand.
Go ahead.
It has been very rough out here in the world. I tell you what, there's a lot of information going on, and I can only process so much. Okay.
You're the man, Steve. You do what you can do.
Michael, we've got breaking news traffic. The self-deprecators are getting a little bit more risky. They are
self-defecators?
Self-deprecation, defecating on the people that are shitting and pissing and defecating all over the goddamn sidewalks and the alleyways, on people's cars, maybe in the back of your pickup. They are now actually shitting in the street. And just tonight, there was an 18-car pileup. Luckily, nobody injured. 8 people shit themselves. Couldn't get to a restroom soon enough. There is a serious problem of defecation going on here in America. Michael?
Yes, Steve.
We're getting word from the Mox News headquarters. We have some more breaking news that we're going to have to get back with you shortly.
Okay, Steve, you stay safe.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's Steve McClintock, our out in the field reporter. He seems to put himself right in the center of the action. He always knows where the public and self-defecators are. Somehow. I think that's some kind of fetish Steve has going on. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so here's what we have happening now. I think we need to, move forward, and I hope you guys have plans for a good weekend. Something that you're going to enjoy. Here's the deal. People are going to be crazy for about the next 10 days. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to breathe. I want you to be sure and breathe, okay? Because, like I keep saying, you have to stop and be in this moment, okay? If you're in this moment, you can deal with any situation. If you're in this moment, if you're in fucking Christmas Eve, how am I going to fucking make all this shit happen by Christmas Eve? If you're in that moment, no one can deal with it because it's not happening. You can only deal with what's happening. So breathe and come into this moment. And feel the joy of the holiday season, right? In other words, get fucked up with friends and family, and because that's what it's all about. It's getting fucked up with friends and family. So follow me and do exactly as you see. There, I'm ready now. Okay, so anybody else want to join me in my peaceful revolution to overthrow this horrible duopoly of a government that keeps us in never-ending, perpetual wars based on lies for the sole purpose of making rich pieces of shit even more rich? Hey, someone wants to join me.
Call.
Hello, caller.
Hello?
Hello?
I wanted to hear this. You want to overthrow the Jews.
Yeah, whatever.
What is that? Why do you want to do that?
I get rid of this duopoly government that serves no one.
But some of the gayest people I know are Jewish.
I didn't say anything about that.
But don't they control the government?
I didn't say anything about that. I just want to get rid of the Democrats and the Republicans.
It's Azad people, right?
I want to get rid of the Democrats and the Republicans. I want people who fight for freedom. I want people who represent Americans.
But I thought we were supposed to get high and fucked up with our family.
Yeah, of course. Do that. Do that. Every chance you get. Every chance you get that. Every chance you get, do that.
If I'm getting fucked up with my family.
Hey, trust me, this is gonna grow.
Oh, so it's like a slow thing? It's like a gradual thing?
We can only make happen what we can make happen, but as long as we keep taking footsteps that direction, eventually it's going to happen.
Okay, I found your van.
Oh, you did?
It was covered with poo.
That's what Steve said.
What are they doing?
I don't know.
To us?
I don't know.
We just want peace. We just want to be happy.
Yeah, freedom. We want freedom.
We just want freedom, man.
Freedom.
I'm going to go cry. I can't talk anymore.
All right. Well, eat marijuana. You'll feel better. Trust me on that one. Eat marijuana. This is a basic deprogramming tool, and pretty much the reason why there's been all this reefer madness for generations now is because one of the things that they've been trying is very successfully to make happen more than anything else is to program us again and again and again to believe certain ways. You know, to again, like I've said, from the time I was at least 5 years old, they've been trying to fit me into this square peg, man, and I am no motherfucking square. And that's where we're at. You know, this is we deserve better, okay? There shouldn't be this CIA fucking psyop programming mindfuck operation on the American public. I mean, you can do it on whatever other population you want, but you don't fuck with America. You don't fuck with Americans, and I'm fucking tired of it. And you know why you don't fuck with Americans? Because we have the right to fight back. Okay? This is what I'm telling you. We can do this peacefully. We can go fuck the Republicans and fuck the motherfucking Democrats. No more political parties. That's what we want. That's what we want. That's what we want. Okay? You get it? We can do this, but we have to come together and genuinely make it happen. I believe in you. You are the people that we're waiting for. I've said this again and again. It has to be you, because if it's not you, who else is there? So I believe in you. I know we could do it. I know we can. I know. I've said again and again, one person can have a profound effect on another person. And two people of like minds can change the world. Okay? Us here in this room right now, can change the course of human history by taking back this government, by banishing all political parties, by saying, you know, we're tired of you tossing around this domestic terrorism label that you think you can just, you know, I mean, I've talked about these labels again and again. This domestic terrorism one is a big one, right? And they're going to start using it more and more. In the past, it was terrorist, but now it's domestic terrorist. You're going to hear it again and again and again. And I'm tired of things being labeled terrorism that aren't terrorism. There's some fucking mentally ill people or mentally ill person. Okay? Terrorism is a very specific type of thing done for a specific type of reason. Okay? We can make happen what we want. Okay? I've shown you guys that. I've made so many cool things happen, you know, and it's just because that's what I thought I should do. So I went ahead and did it. This is what I think we should do now. And what I want most of all is for you to join me and to start talking about this. This is how we take our world back. not just our country, but the whole world. Because the evil in the world is this country, is the Democrats, is the Republicans. Got nothing to do with Donald Trump, although he is involved now. Just like Barack Obama was involved, just like George W. Bush was involved, Ronald Reagan was involved, Bill Clinton was involved. Okay? The Democrats, the Republicans, and the only way to take it back is to banish all the parties. We don't need them. Who came up with this idea? Who does it benefit? None of us. None of the working class people. We're getting fucked. But we have the power. We've been programmed to believe that we do not. We've been programmed to believe, that we need to fall in line and not make waves and not, it's a police, and the more and more obviously it's a police state, the less and less people want to stand out and stick their head up and say, hey, over here, right? Hello, caller.
Michael, this is Steve McClanahan. I just want to be on the same page as you are for the breaking news story.
Like Steve.
So we're taking over the government tonight?
These are our first footsteps in that direction, Steve.
So we're taking over the government because we're tired of all this self-defecation, right?
We're tired of the defecators in Washington, D.C.
Okay, I just want to be on the same page. Because I'm tired of this shit too, Michael. I mean, breaking news tonight. Michael made somebody cry, ladies and gentlemen. He probably needs to toughen up just a little bit. Hashtag breaking news, Mox News Radio. We're taking over the world tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
This is the beginning, Steve. This is just it.
This is the beginning.
This is it.
All right, Michael, I have to go.
Okay, thanks
I'm trying to get back to the studio.
Excellent. Well, we look forward to seeing you.
All right, thank you. Over and out.
Stay safe. Whoever the caller was, go ahead and please call back. And again, Steve is one of these guys that's sticking his neck out on the line. You can hear him. He's out in the field, and he's right there. He's on the front lines of this thing, and he's ready to go. And I know a lot of the rest of you are ready to go too, if it meant getting our country back. This is what I'm saying. We can take it back, but we have to. And this is the simplest, most peaceful revolution that I can come up with. Okay? And I'm telling you, this is how we do it. No more political parties. We outlaw them. There has to be this. I know that you hate the Democrats. I know that you hate the Republicans. How can you not hate them? They're horrible, horrible human beings that have brought us to this moment in human history right now, together, hand in hand, working side by side, happily, with big smiles on their faces. Hello, caller.
Yeah, I want 2 cents in.
What now?
I want to get my 2 cents in.
All right. Well, I'm glad you called. Who is this?
This is John from Little Rock, the home of the rapist Bill Clinton. And I never had sex with that woman.
Well, we're glad you're here, John.
Well, usually I call into the Rick Adams show on the Republic broadcast.
Uh-huh.
But when I heard you say the word, I mean, really, I was going to ignore you as I flipped through the YouTube channel until you said the word ban political parties. That's when I stopped the brakes. I said, wait a minute. Let me hear what this brother got to say. Now you're talking my language. And I've been saying that for years on my podcast and on my call-ins to the Rick Adams show.
I think this is the solution, man.
Look, the political parties are the problem, okay? Nothing is getting done while they're busy trying to get Trump out of office because they don't like him. How about doing some work?
Right.
Putting in some work for the people.
How about this, John? How about instead of fucking Republicans representing fucking Republicans and fucking Democrats representing fucking Democrats, how about we have Americans representing Americans? How's that sound to you, John?
Well, you know, what stopped me from flipping the channel when you said the political parties are the problem?
Exactly.
I said, man, I thought I was the only one.
No, man, they have worked, I said again and again, they've worked hand in hand to bring us to where we are in this moment right now, and they did it happily.
Well, I don't see no work getting done. Now, you may not like what I'm going to say, Nick, but Trump is exactly what America needs. You know why?
Why?
Because we need this ass whooping behind the woodshed. And that will maybe teach us a lesson about voting for these assholes that we know nothing about.
Like Trump?
A good trip behind the woodshed is exactly what Americans need.
Like Trump? Like
I think he's doing good.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm not arguing. Yeah, I hope that he's doing good. I think that it's questionable. I have to wait and see what happens in Iran before I can give him any kind of accolades. But I think that
I don't like him.
What's that?
But I like the idea that America needs this ass whooping behind the woodshed.
Well, America needs people who fight for freedom. That's what America needs. And that's the problem with the Republicans and the Democrats, is that they see our personal freedom as a threat to them. At least that's the way they act, as far as I can tell.
Well, yes, of course.
Yeah.
But you have to understand something. Trump is just like the rest of it. No matter who slithers into 2600 Pennsylvania Avenue, none of them are not going to offend Israel. They're not going to acknowledge the sacrifice of the crew of the USS Liberty ship, and ain't too many of them left.
Well,
and I would love to see any president that has some balls honor these men on the White House lawn by bowing down before them and asking for their forgiveness. But you know something? I need to put down this glass dick called a crack pipe, because it's not going to happen in my reality. Because in my reality, everything's science fiction.
Well, okay, but listen, let's say that we, again, got rid of the all political parties, and it was, instead of Republicans representing Republicans and Democrats representing Democrats, it was Americans representing Americans. Don't you think that would be much easier to be heard by the people representing the Americans? That, we're tired of giving Israel billions and billions of dollars so that they can have free college and free health care. How about keeping that here in America, because that's never going to happen with Republicans and Democrats.
You just said a cussing word.
Which one?
Israel.
Oh, well, this is part of the problem, man, is that we seem to be, the current government, the Democrats and the Republicans seem to be completely beholden to the government of Israel. Okay? So, the only way for us to get our government back is to banish all political parties so that we can have Americans. You know what it would be like, John, if on election day we were going to vote for Americans instead of voting for Republicans or Democrats? You know what I'm saying? It would be more patriotic. More people would want to participate. Can you imagine what the impeachment of a president of the United States would be like if there was no political parties? Then it would be an absolute mandate thing that had to be done, because it wouldn't be one fucking side vying for power over the other side. This idea of having all these political parties, or basically two is what we have, is against the people. It's against what the founding fathers wanted, and it's got to end. It will never be able to have freedom or any actual representation with this political party system intact.
Did you know what Benjamin Franklin said when somebody asked him why was Washington, D.C. located in a swamp? Why was it moved from Philadelphia to D.C.?
No,
here's what he said. Here's what he said, quote, and I read about this on the internet. He said, "We want the capital to be in a swamp so that we, the representative government, can take care of the people's business in a timely fashion because we don't want Congress to get too fucking comfortable making backroom deals and shit. We need to take care of people's business, and then you go back to where you came from. I'm thinking, damn, that was written 200 years ago.
Benjamin Franklin was a very, very smart guy.
I like the part about go back where you came from.
Yeah. Yeah. That way you have to be amongst, well, that way you have to be around the people that you're serving.
Well, we would like to see some real work being done. Not giving away money to Israel. And did you know that the Brazilian sugar industry filed a lawsuit against us? And Daniel got $800 million out of the people's treasury to pay the Association of Brazilian Sugar Beet Growers because we blocked their sugar. I was so pissed off at that. I said, damn, no wonder we ain't getting nothing done. And they won.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. I totally hear you. Hey John, I'm gonna play a clip. So thanks a bunch for calling. I'm really glad that you're taking part in the show. I hope you subscribe. We're doing the call-in show every Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific. Okay?
My friend, I'm a radio talk show host myself, and the name of my show is Radio Occupied America, because America is occupied.
Right on. I love that name.
Well, I'm a new subscriber now, though. I bet you that.
Okay. Well, I hope we hear from you again soon. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for calling.
Yeah.
All right, so that was John. Thanks so much for John. It's awesome to have him on board. Okay, I am going to play a clip here of the cruise ships colliding, and I'll be back in just...
We begin tonight with the frightening scene at sea. 2 Carnival cruise ships colliding at port. Scared passengers on board watching the massive ships crash into each other in Cozumel, Mexico. Both were from ports in the U.S. Videos showing the Carnival Glory slamming into the Carnival Legend and just missing a third, much larger ship. Close-up images tonight showing the Legend cutting right into the Glory. The ship appearing to suffer extensive damage to at least 2 decks. Several passengers injured, and ABC's Victor Kendo leading us off tonight.
Tonight, massive ships on a collision course in Mexico. The Carnival Glory maneuvering to try to dock at the port in Cozumel.
Here goes. Through the windows.
Crashing right into the bow of the Carnival Legend.
He's gonna hit us next!
Slicing right through the ship. Debris plummeting into the water below.
Someone was coming down the hallway screaming, "Emergency, emergency!" Oh my God, we need to get that ship.
But we felt the crunch, we felt the shake, and it was just very, very scary feeling.
Yo! Oh my God! Bystanders on the pier looking on in shock. Someone could have died. This view from a third ship in the crowded port, the Royal Caribbean Oasis of the Seas, the Glory narrowly missing that ship too.
Oh no.
Carnival says 6 passengers on board the Glory were injured, 1 while evacuating from the dining room.
They're by the windows eating, so it was very scary, traumatic, and just glad that it wasn't worse.
The Glory is more than 950 feet long and holds nearly 3,000 passengers. It set sail from New Orleans 5 days ago. The Legend is supposed to return to port in Tampa on Sunday.
Just incredible pictures there, Victor. He's with us live tonight, and Carnival now says these ships, despite that collision, the both will continue on.
David, Carnival says no itineraries have been affected by this, so that means when the Glory returns to port in New Orleans on Sunday, they'll board a new set of passengers and they will continue on their Christmas cruise as planned, despite having a giant hole in the back of the ship. David?
All right, Victor Kendo leading us off on a Friday night. Victor, thank you.
Bam. Okay, so I thought that was a pretty powerful video. I hope I hope you don't have a cruise to go attend for Christmas or anything. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. It never happens. That kind of stuff never happens. That's why the video is so powerful, because stuff like that never happens. So, okay. Yeah, I don't want to be on one of those boats either, Jackie. I do not want to be on one of those boats. It does not really appeal to me, although I love the idea of a 24/7 never-ending party. I really like that. But I don't sell weed. I don't sell weed. I look, in 1997, okay, I was getting 100 calls a week of brand new people every week who wanted me to sell them weed. 100 different people a week. That means 400 new clients a month. You know how many millions of dollars I could have made? I don't sell weed. Hello, caller!
Michael, this is Steve McClanahan. I just want to be on the same page as you. So you just said earlier that you wanted to end all of these parties, and then you just said also that you wanted to have like a never-ending party. I'm just trying to figure this out because, Michael, I love parties, and I don't know if I'm supposed to stop partying or what.
No, a party as in a celebration is a good thing. A political party is a bad thing that's designed to divide and conquer the American public.
Michael, I'm still confused because I just want a party.
Party all you can, Steve, especially with friends and family. You go party. It 'tis the season, my friend.
Michael, so we're supposed to party? But we're not actually supposed to like parties. I get it.
Political parties. We're supposed to love celebrations, but political parties suck.
I don't really know what a political party is.
Of course you do, Steve.
I like a pizza party.
Pizza party sounds great.
Pizza parties are great.
Pizza party sounds great.
Okay, Michael, I just wanted to make sure that I had the news story correct. We're taking over the world. We hate parties, and we are...
No, we love parties, Steve. We hate
political parties. We're taking over the world because we love parties, and we want more parties.
Right. That's exactly right. We want more parties.
Right. Now we're on the same page. Okay. All right, I got the scoop. Okay. All right. Over and out.
Okay, Steve, thanks for calling. Okay, and let me explain it a little better, okay? So, we love parties. Now, what I'm talking about is when I take my Boo Bear, right? You guys saw my Boo Bear at the beginning of this video. When I take my Boo Bear to a festival, right? And there's bands and there's people dancing and everybody's partying and having a good time at the festival, right? He always asks, Rufus always asks, he says, how come we don't do this every day? And I don't have a good answer for that. Because that's what it should mean to be top of the food chain in the 21st century in a free and open society is kind of a never-ending celebration. And unfortunately, I think we're pretty far from that. So I have faith that we can take our destinies. We can take control of our destiny. We can take control of the evil that is the U.S. government, that is the two-party duopoly U.S. government that has again and again refused to listen to the people who they claim to represent. You know, in 2012, Ron Paul won the Iowa presidential primary in 2012, okay? And the Republicans refused to announce that Ron Paul won the Iowa presidential primary in 2012. The Republicans said Rick Santorum won. If the Republicans had cared what the American people thought and had put Ron Paul forward saying, apparently Ron Paul won the Iowa primary, and Ron Paul became the leader moving forward in the race. Ron Paul, and eventually having become the nominee, there's a good chance that Ron Paul would have beat Barack Obama. Because Barack Obama had the streets flooded with protesters, and they were protesting him and his police state, and they were demanding the change they were promised. The American people, from city to city across the United States, the American people were in the streets, and they weren't just in it for one little fucking march. They went down to their town squares and they fucking pitched tents, and they stayed there for weeks and months until the Barack Obama Department of Homeland Security labeled the Occupy protesters potential terrorist threat. The proud Americans who, in the proud American tradition, went into the streets to demand the change they were promised, the promise of freedom, the promise of justice. And they were labeled potential terrorist threat. And then they sent in the cops to deal with them as if they were potential terrorist threat. Proud Americans protesting in the street. Peacefully protesting in the street. Peacefully for months and months protesting in the street. That was Barack Obama's America. That was the election the Republicans could have won had they listened to the American people. Had they cared about grassroots movements, as they all claim to care so much about. Then there was the 2016 election, in which the Democrats refused to listen to the people, with their super delegates jamming Hillary Clinton down our throats when she's fucking collapsing at fucking 9/11 events. Because she's sick and she's not healthy enough to be president. Jamming her down our throats. Because why? Because it was Hillary's turn. These parties care nothing about the American people. And if they had listened, the Democrats had listened to the American people, to the grassroots movement that they claim to love and care about so much, want to foster and grow so much, if they gave us a rat's ass about them and put Bernie Sanders forth, that's who would be president now. Just as Ron Paul would have beaten Barack Obama, Bernie Sanders would have beaten Donald Trump. Okay? And I'm not saying that it's better. All I'm saying is these parties represent no one. They represent the establishment. That's not a single working class human being on the planet. The establishment is not a single working class human being on the planet. We must get rid of these political parties. It is our only hope. It's our only hope for a peaceful revolution. This is the peaceful revolution. We can just go, you represent no one. This benefits us in no way. All you're doing is dividing the American people. Because that benefits you, the establishment. Okay, and that's not what this government should be about. And it would be so easy to understand it being about freedom and fighting for our freedom in a world where every day, it seems to become a little less free. Although it doesn't have to be that way. It seems to be by choice. It seems to be by choice that we say, oh, Winnie the Pooh t-shirts are now banned. Because, I don't know why. But no more Winnie the Pooh t-shirts. No more free speech. No more talking about the government unless it's an approved, sanctioned, talking points memo discussion. Got it? Are we all on the same page now? Because that is the government that we have now. And it represents none of us. And I'm tired of it. And we can do something about it. It's our government. Even though they don't represent us, it's our government. We can take it back if we just all begin this movement. Okay? We all begin. I'm not one of these movement guys. Okay? I'm a deprogrammer. Okay, I'm here to say, let's make this happen, and someone else, says, yes, you're right, and this is how we do it. Okay, because I've been fighting so long, and I want to keep fighting. I do. I'd so much rather go down fighting than curled up like a little bowl of pudding or something, because that's not who I am. And I don't believe that's who the majority of you are. I know you'd like to take this country back. I know there's so many of you out there who feel exactly the way that I feel. Just like John was saying. This is what I've been saying. That's what he said. This is what I've been saying. And have I not been saying this from day one? Okay? This is what we can make happen. We can do this. Hello, caller.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm alright, man. It's been a pretty good show so far. But I wanted to ask you about police say video proves transgender attack not a hate crime.
Yeah, you want to see that video?
Yeah, or you can just tell me about it.
Well, apparently there was a transgender woman got attacked on a bus, so the story went, by a group of young men, and then or she got somehow verbally assaulted by them, and then she pepper sprayed them on the bus, and then she got off the bus, and then the guys followed her off the bus and beat the crap out of her. And it was labeled a hate crime, but then the police, on review of all the video, have said that it's not a hate crime, that the transgender person actually instigated the violence in the first place.
So it was a trans, a guy claiming to be a woman?
Right. Dressed, living as a woman.
Some guys got on the bus and were talking shit to him or whatever, right?
Yeah, here, can you turn up here, I'll tell you what, I'll play the video and you can see it. You want to see it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, you have to turn up your computer so you can hear it. Hold on just...
No, I can hear it, dude. I'm good. Go ahead.
It won't play through my computer. I don't play the volume here on this end. So you'll have to...
I got you, dude. I'm filtering through my headphones right here.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play it then. Hold on one sec. Let's see, which clip is that? That's clip 3. Okay, clip 3.
At 5, we are getting our first look at the video of an attack on and off this Metro bus. At first, detectives thought it was a hate crime targeting a transgender woman. Now they say the video shows something else. KIRO 7's Allison Grandi talked to investigators, and now she can walk us through this video. Allison?
Monique, that victim told detectives she was taunted by those teens before she got on the bus. On the bus, she pepper sprayed them to protect herself. And then she got off the bus here in Tukwila, and they beat her up. But police went through that video. They say that's not what happened, and the video proves it. Investigators say this video shows a transgender woman standing near the back door of a Metro bus. Detectives say unprovoked, she walked to the back and pepper sprayed 4 teens. As they reacted, she walked away, stumbled, and fell.
This one back here in the black, he's got the hatchet. You'll see him swing in a minute.
Sergeant Ryan Abbott walked us through the video from December 10th. After one teen was pepper sprayed, he swung a small hatchet at the woman and missed.
Right there.
The woman got off the bus in Tequila. So did the teens. The next part was caught on a cell phone camera. Witnesses yelled for them to stop.
You can see her lying on the ground, and they are punching her, and they're kicking her and stomping on her.
The victim told detectives it all started earlier, before she boarded the bus at the Tequila International Bus Station. She claimed the teens used derogatory terms.
We haven't been able to prove through video or witnesses that there was any other incident that occurred prior to this at all.
That night, investigators arrested 3 teens, 1 14-year-old and 2 16-year-olds for investigation of malicious harassment, a hate crime, and felony assault. Now, with the video evidence and interviews, they say that is not what happened.
They didn't do it because of who she is or her sexuality. They did it just strictly because they were assaulted, and then they got off the bus and they assaulted her back.
Now she is the one charged with felony assault. Now, right over there along this busy road, that is where the woman was attacked by the teens. Now, they're also likely going to be charged with misdemeanor assault. Now, investigators say they can't claim self-defense because of the time that went by from the incident on board the bus and then later when they got off here in Tequila. Live in Tequila, Allison Grandy, Cairo 7 News.
All right, so we're back. All right, so there, you know what happened now?
Yeah, bro, they should have just beat him, his ass on the bus. And then we could have said it was self-defense.
Well, they were kind of trying to defend themselves from, pepper spray in their eyes and stuff. I mean, that's you got to kind of react to that a little bit first before you got to make sure, it makes you into a defensive position immediately. You're not really in attack mode once you just got pepper sprayed in the face.
I mean, sure, I guess. I just swing blindly. I mean, you're on a bus, you're going to hit something.
Well, the one guy apparently pulled an axe out and started swinging it at her. I don't know. If you look at the video again, you'll see that he pulls out what appears to be a small hatchet and starts fucking swinging it at her.
Wow.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah. Okay.
But apparently that's not a hate crime, and that she is the one that instigated, and so I thought that was interesting because usually we don't see, especially since it had already kind of been labeled a hate crime, and then they said no, it's not. So I'm glad to see that they're not. I'm glad to see anybody getting this kind of fucking shit going on a public bus. Nobody needs this crap. I mean, I don't want to get on a bus. Got crazy people with pepper spray and fucking hatchets, man. Give me a break.
I've been on that bus, too. The one that's going into Tukwila.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there's been some pretty crazy events taking place. Drunk people getting on the bus and fighting and...
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway... Yeah, I agree with the chat. You definitely should not be able to pepper spray or attack somebody and then use the excuse, I was scared.
Yeah. No, that's the same thing that cops say all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They used to, after, about 1970, it was the thing with all cops go home or whatever. Between the end of the Second World War and about 1970, most of those cops were war veterans, and it was just they don't care if they were brave. They were like, "There's a criminal over there. I'm gonna go deal with it." those were cops that you could like look up to and stuff. I don't know what's going on today.
There's this fear thing that's been programmed into people for so long now, you know. I mean, look at what they're doing to kids at the school with the shooter drills and stuff, you know. It's like any day now could be your last moment, you know what I mean? But they were doing this shit to me though too. When I was in school, we had to do the duck and cover fucking drills for nuclear weapons and shit, you know. In 30 minutes we can all be fucking vaporized. Duck and cover.
Right. California, we had freaking earthquake drills and fire drills in schools.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I'd rather deal with a tornado out freaking away from the freaking coast than deal with an earthquake. At least you can hide from a tornado.
Well, I think this shooter drill stuff is really fucking with kids' heads, man. I think it's bad. I think this shooter drill thing is really evil. It's again a symptom of a really sick society. You know, it happens to how many schools does this actually happen to? You know, and it's like this over programming, fucking, you know, just. At its worst, man. It's really, really bad. So, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be, what did they do? It was like they would have the police come to the school and it would be like, they'd be doing like PR or whatever, and it's like you would get to meet the police and see they were friendly. Now it's, okay, we're coming to your school to kill the people with guns that are going to take you out. And
well, now most of the schools have police in them already, it seems like, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure, but it seems like if they're not in it, they're real close by, and they're like there on a regular basis. I don't know, man. It's just this is a police state, and you know, and the schools are definitely big part of it. The public schools are incredibly dangerous for your kids. I mean, it seems like they just can't wait to get them into the police state. You know, once they get their file started, it's fucking so hard to get out of that shit.
Yeah, I mean, and on the other side of the spectrum, you got homeschoolers that grow up all sheltered and like, who knows what's going on there, right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily true with all homeschoolers. I mean, it seems like you can be a homeschooler and then still play sports. You know, you can get on a baseball team, you can get on a soccer team, you can do all kinds of things for socialization, probably.
Sure, that makes sense. Well, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I kind of agree with the chat when they were saying stuff like, what was it? Oh, what I was saying is the reason why most of these school shootings seem fake or like drills is because it's the police's policy that if there's a real shooting, they don't want that person to become like martyred or famous. You know, a lot of people would do that sort of thing so they can become famous and like go out with a bang, and you know, like, so they're trying to prevent that. So instead, they do cover-ups on real school shootings and then present these fake-looking ones that are really just drills and whatnot. And
I don't know what's happening with all that, but you know, I know that there's this whole programming thing going on with that, and that it's just, I'm so tired of it, man. We got to do better. We got to do better by the kids. We have to fight for freedom, okay? Because this never-ending police state, bullshit drug war, bullshit wars of choice based on lies for the sole motherfucking purpose of making totally disgustingly rich pieces of shit even more rich has got to end. Right?
Right, bro. We need to disband AIPAC. Congress. Oh, wait, no, that's the same thing. Never mind.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I gotta get going. But, remove the Jews. Hail victory, Mike.
All right. We got to get rid of the political parties. If we get rid of the political parties, we can take this government back. This is what I'm telling you. And then maybe we can maybe we can change the entire course of human history so that we can have a celebration going on every day instead of just this bullshit, work. Because that's not who we are. We're top of the food chain. We're supposed to be able to do things easily, magically, happily. But everything now is a struggle because these garbage people who claim to represent us do anything but. Okay? And I just think it would be so much easier to sort them out if they didn't have this stupid label on them, right? If it was just Americans voting for Americans, then the likelihood that we're going to be voting for, giant douche or turd sandwich is going to get slimmed up. I think it's going to be still those giant douche and turd sandwich are still going to try and get in there. But if it's not just two parties that are ruling it, right? If it's Americans that are debating Americans, then giant douche and turd sandwich are going to be real clear. Like Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are going to fucking stand out in a group of Americans trying to fight for Americans, right? Those people are going to be like, oh man, how did these people get up on stage, right? Oh right, one's a billionaire and one's a professional politician. Got it. Nobody wants either one of those things representing us. And you know why? Because they don't understand us or care to understand us. It's that simple. Okay? So, we can do this. And you guys know, I've been saying this from day one. Okay? We can do this. I believe in you. Okay? So let's try and make it happen. Let's try and move forward and see, what the next step is. Anybody has any ideas? I think this is the best possible outcome of a revolution. Okay? Why the fuck is this volume turned up all of a sudden? Why did that happen just all of a sudden? Hello, caller. Hello, caller.
Michael.
Yes.
It's your boy.
Hey, man. How's it going?
What's up?
I'm just...
Dude, that video you just played fucking triggered me so hard. That just made my fucking face turn red.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, my God.
What do you want to say about that?
I'm fucking glad that fucking person got their fucking ass beat when they got off the bus. That was fucking bullshit. Dude, that
person is fucked up individual, dude. You see him fall down the stairs, trying to walk away.
So you could tell from the video that the fucking kids on the back of the bus said some shit that really pissed her off.
Yeah.
Right? Uh-huh. And then you see them walk to the front of the bus and they're all fucking pissed. And they probably made some smart-ass comment. They were like, nice arms up, old faggot, whatever, right?
Uh-huh.
And she goes in the back and just, as confidently as can be, just stands there, taking her sweet time, just laying pepper spray on these motherfuckers just for fucking saying shit. I mean,
right.
That's so worthy of an ass beating. And then when it showed them just pummeling it on the fucking... Dude, I was sitting at my desk cheering. That's fucking justice right there. What a bunch of fucking... what an entitled fucking piece of shit. Oh, I'm trans and I'm fucking oppressed, so I can fucking spray people with pepper spray and nothing's gonna fucking... Fuck you. I am so glad they stomped that fucking piece of shit out. That was beautiful. Oh. Entitled fucking assholes.
Well, that
I'm a victim. I can do what I want.
That person, I mean, because that fucking whole back of that whole bus became a biohazard at that moment, right? So how big a piece of shit do you got to be to make the whole fucking bus a biohazard when there's zero threat to you?
Yeah,
Yeah, she's at the front of the bus and then just went back there and fucking unloaded the whole goddamn. You know, when you use pepper spray like that, it's in the, you better be getting beaten or stomped or someone's trying to grab your purse or something. That's when you pepper spray someone like that. Oh God. Yeah.
I don't like it when I don't like it when the cops do it, for no reason. I don't want anybody else doing it for no reason, It's a fucking chemical weapon, so we're clear.
Yeah, the active ingredient in pepper spray is capsaicin, which is actually it's a compound that's derived from peppers. It's what makes peppers spicy, right? And they put it in like foods and shit. I work like at a pharmaceutical company. They put it in like medicines and like lotions and creams and shit because apparently it's really good for like pain relief. Like it numbs pain. It's like blocks neurotransmitters and shit. And it's crazy. They use it in food. They use it in pharmaceuticals, and they also use it in pepper spray. Unbelievable.
I think that's why people like. I think that's why people like spicy food is because it releases like an endorphin thing in them.
Yeah, that's capsaicin, bro. Super low concentrations. It's crazy. Anything from fucking food to pepper spray. Pretty crazy.
So you got the weekend off, Pete?
I do. Nice. I got in a big fight with my mother today.
Big fight with Mom?
Yeah.
About Thanksgiving?
She wanted me. We got like the Christmas family thing tomorrow.
Oh,
which I knew about. And she texted me. Well, on my mom's side, the Christmas thing is tomorrow. And she texted me this morning. Oh, we have to leave at 8:30 because we got to be at Uncle Kevin's by 11. I live in New Hampshire. We got to drive up to New Hampshire. It takes about 2 hours. They want to leave by 8:30, and they're driving, so I got to get to their place at 8:30, which means I got to wake up at 7:30 a.m. on a Saturday, Mike. I mean, I haven't woken up before 11 o'clock on a Saturday.
Or you could drive over there after you get off the phone with me.
Well, that's what she said, and I said, well, it's not going to be today. It'll be tomorrow. But, dude, it's a fucking Friday night. I'm getting fucking lit. I'm not going to wake up till like 11 tomorrow. And by the time I get to fucking New Hampshire, it's going to be fucking 1 o'clock.
Oh.
I'm going to go there. All my fucking family members are going to be, how's work? How's work? How's work? That's pretty much what everyone fucking
And you're going to be like,
go. I told my mother, I'm like, I'm not doing this shit. I'm not waking up at fucking 7:30 on a Saturday. I don't love my family that much. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mom. I don't enjoy your family as much as you do.
Yeah.
I'm just sorry. I got 2 days off. Dude, I don't even have any like a bonus shit. I have Christmas off. I have Wednesday off. That's it. I don't have any other days of the week off. I'm actually kind of fucking pissed.
Tuesday and Wednesday? You have Tuesday and Wednesday?
No, I have Wednesday. It's just Christmas. That's it, bro. I don't even got Christmas Eve or the day after. I was fucking bullshit.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean...
Dude, it's like I got 2 days off a fucking week. I got 2 days. Do you know how much I look forward to getting to sleep in on a Saturday and Sunday?
I hear you.
I literally fantasize about it, like, because I got to wake up at the ass fuck of dawn every fucking day.
Yeah,
I'm miserable. I'm just like, I can't wait to sleep this weekend. And then my mom texts me, oh, guess what? You got to wake up at, guess what? I'm not doing it. Go fuck yourself. My sleep is precious to me. Precious.
Well, a man has got to have priorities, damn it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't love my family that much. I'm sorry. If they didn't live so fucking far away, I'd just drive there, poke my head in for an hour or two, fucking talk some shit, and then leave.
Oh, that would probably be awesome. I bet you'd enjoy that.
Yeah, but they're all the way in fucking New Hampshire, bro. It's like, fuck me.
How long does it take you to drive there?
I live in Rhode Island, dude. It takes like 2 hours.
Oh. So you could sleep till 11 and drive up there and pop your head in for an hour and give your mom a kiss.
It's 11:30
and tell her that you love her,
now.
And then come back and then tell everybody to fuck off and then go home.
No, I love my family, but I don't want to fucking hang out with them for fucking 4 hours. I want to come in, poke my head in, say how you doing, praise Allah, and then I'm fucking walking out the door.
I'm telling you, Pete, you got to show up with your damn brownies, and then you'll be the life of the party. Everybody be like, "Where's Pete? Pete, you're here! Yeah! Woo!"
They wouldn't be able to fucking eat my shit. They would be fucking on their asses.
Which would make it a fucking hilarious party, wouldn't it, Pete?
Dude, I would give them a serving the size of a piece of rice, and they would probably lose their fucking mind.
Well,
Speaking of which, I'm gonna make another batch tomorrow, bro. Oh, every batch gets a little bit better. This one's gonna be real good.
This one's going 6 hours.
This one's going 6 hours, bro, in the mason jar.
All right, so we're looking forward to a report then.
Absolutely. I have nothing else to say, so I'm gonna.
Hey, Pete, I hope you enjoy the fuck out of your weekend, man.
You as well, my friend.
All right, well, we'll talk again soon.
Stay positive. Praise Allah. Tulsi gives me a boner. Bonus for America. I'll see you later.
Do you say boners for America?
Tulsi equals boners for America.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Don't you agree?
For the world.
Oh, everyone gave her so much shit for writing in presents. Oh, my goodness. The Democrats are like, fuck Tulsi Gabbard. What a piece of shit.
You know, that's because they're not fucking... That's because of this fucking bullshit Democrat, Republican bullshit I keep talking about. If it was just Americans doing an impeachment of an American president instead of Democrats doing a fucking impeachment of a fucking Republican president, you know what I'm saying? It would be a completely different thing. And nobody would be giving Tulsi shit because Tulsi is the kind of American that we look for, you know, to stand proud and protect our Constitution.
It's unbelievable, yeah. She's a traitor. She's a Russian fucking asset. All this fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I saw some stuff too.
Anyways, I'm gonna go. God bless America. Praise Allah. Blow your dad. Tulsi gives me a boner.
Bye, Pete. Bye, Pete. Well, see, now again, this is what I'm saying about the stress of the holiday season. I know some of you are beginning your holiday time now, and what I want you to do is breathe, okay? I want you to remember to breathe. Just breathe. It doesn't matter what's happening tomorrow or the next day or the next day. What matters is that you're here in this moment, and it's nice. It's nice to be here in this moment, right? That's what the whole point is. Being here in this moment is nice. And I'll probably be able to find something really nice to enjoy if I just take a second and look around, right? There's my Boo Bear. Hi, my Boo Bear. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Come here, come here, come here. Oh. He's not coming here. He's over there. Oh, this is all tied down. Sorry, doesn't want to move. It doesn't want to move. I don't know what's going on over there. Craig tends to wrap the wires up when they move jumbly. He doesn't like jumbly wires, so he probably made it all taut. Okay, so but Boo Bear's right there, where he always is. He's always hanging out. Okay, so okay, that was a pretty good clip. It sounded like it totally triggered Pete too, huh? You guys, did you like that clip? I thought that was a good clip to play. I thought it was very interesting. That's why I titled the video after that clip, because it's like it was like Pete saying, you know, here's this person who's acting like they're entitled. And this is what I keep saying, is that people are walking around with this chip on their shoulder these days. They've given in to the anger. You know, number one, don't give in to the anger. And number two, you know, don't walk around with the chip on your shoulder, okay? So what now? Oh,
Boo Bear Cam.
Boo Bear Cam. Craig's setting up the Boo Bear Cam. Okay, so it sounds like it's dumping outside, huh, buddy? Sounds like it's dumping outside. Huh. Are you ready to be on the Boo Bear Cam? You're such a pretty Boo Bear. He's such a pretty Boo Bear. Isn't he a pretty Boo Bear? Look what a pretty Boo Bear. Boo Bear, you're my beautiful baby. You're my beautiful baby. You are. He's such a pretty baby. Ah, you are. You're my beautiful baby. Yes, you are. Okay, so does anybody want to call, or do I need to play another clip to trigger someone else to call? Is that what we need to do here? Is that how it's going to work tonight? We're going to do little trigger clips. I got another trigger clip. You want to see another trigger clip? How about I got FDA has approved a vaccine for Ebola. Did you hear that? Did you hear that one? The FDA has approved a vaccine for Ebola. How long before that's a required thing for you to go to your public schools? Right? Did you hear that? You want to play that clip? I'll play that clip. Hold on just a second. Let me play that clip real quick.
Ebola is arguably one of the most feared viruses on the planet, and the FDA just approved a vaccine to prevent it for the first time ever in the U.S. The vaccine is called Ervebo. Pharmaceutical giant Merck designed it. Ebola cases in the U.S. are rare. Typically, they involve healthcare workers who are treating the infected or infected people traveling into the country. The Zaire strain of the deadly virus has killed upwards of 2,000 people in the current outbreak in the Democratic Republic of the Congo.
Okay. So I thought that was an interesting clip. I honestly thought that if I put this in the title, I was like, okay, which one of these titles is going to draw Dwayne in? Because Dwayne said he can't come to watch the shows anymore on Fridays, right? Because it's the Sabbath. Right? So I was like, okay, what can we get Dwayne to fucking break his Sabbath pledge on? And I thought police say video proves transgender attack, not a hate crime, might have a better chance of drawing Dwayne in than the Ebola vaccine one. Although I think that would probably work too. So, but I thought it was a good clip either way. And you know, it's only a matter of time before that becomes a worldwide required vaccine for everyone, because we don't want an Ebola outbreak happening now, do we? Do we? Do we? Because it's not like the people who get the flu vaccines get flu or anything, right? Let's see. Okay, so we have, and I have two more clips left here now. I have one of the Hawaii police making a homeless guy lick a urinal where he goes to jail. And I have one of a Texas cop gets charged with murder. And that's the cop who whacked the lady who their neighbor called for a welfare check, right? Their neighbor called for a welfare check because they had seen the door open, the front door open, and no lights on in the house for a while, and they were worried that something might be going on, and it was 10 p.m. at night or 11 o'clock at night, and in Fort Worth, Texas, and the lady heard people outside, and she went to her window to see what was going on, and the cop said, "Get your hands where we can see him," and then shot her in the head and killed her when she was playing video games with her 8-year-old nephew in her home. And that cop got charged with murder today. So I thought that was good news, right? So I wanted to play that for you if you're interested. Or else we have the Hawaiian cops make homeless man lick a urinal video, which is a good one too, if anybody's interested. Or else we can do more phone calls if anybody wants to call. We're talking about revolution and what that looks like and how we go about making it happen so that we can take our government back from the evil imposters that claim to be representing us. Right? Or we can call it a night. We can all go off and have our little weekend fun. It's up to you guys. I am here to do this with you because that's what I said that I would do.
Oh, we're going to do Christmas raffle for the shirt.
Not tonight.
Wait till Monday.
Oh, and Craig wants to do a raffle for a shirt on Monday. So it's not really a raffle. It's not a raffle at all, actually. What it is we're gonna set a goal for donations, and then once we get to that goal in donations, we will give away a T-shirt to the 5th caller. So it's not like you have to make a donation, but if we get to like $40 or $50, then we'll give away a shirt to the 5th caller. But since I can't even get 5 callers in 2.5 hours tonight, the idea that we'll get 5 callers after in a few minutes time is, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. I don't know. It's a thought. Okay, so who is this? Is this Steve? I think this is Steve McClintock. Hello, caller.
Hey, Michael, this is Stephen from Florida.
Hi, Stephen. Thanks for calling.
Am I the 5th caller?
No, we're not doing that tonight, Stephen.
Did I win?
No,
I won.
Not tonight. Maybe next show. Maybe.
Well, you know what?
What?
Well, I mean, I thought I won.
No, you're caller number 6. Sorry about that. Try again.
Never get to win.
Try again on Monday.
No.
Thanks for calling.
You know what?
No what?
You are an asshole because I wanted to win.
Well,
I'm a winner.
I'm an asshole. You got it right, bud.
Are we praising Allah tonight? Here?
I didn't do that. Fuck your fucking religion. I hate fucking religion. Religion is against God. Religion is against God. Okay? So there. That's all I have to say about that.
Well, fuck. You don't have to be so fucking angry.
Stop telling me what to do.
Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, just calm down. Calm down. All right.
That's my Boo Bear. That's my Boo Bear live on camera right now. Craig's trying to get the Boo Bear camera working, so you know.
Well, unfortunately, because I'm so rich, right now I actually just save every last bit of my money that I don't own a computer. So unfortunately, I just own my cell phone, and it's on the charger because I'm very intelligent. I have a very intelligent thought process. I feel like that tonight we're going to take over the entire world.
It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning.
Well, you know,
Steve.
I feel like that we already have. I feel like I feel like actually, in fact, you said some really amazing, great points tonight about Ron Paul. Ron Paul, back in 2011, I feel like it's really sad that nobody can even fathom talking about this at all. That they were saying back in 2011 that Ron Paul was too old to even run for president.
Right.
This guy was like riding his bike 15 miles a day.
But they were saying everything they could against him. Besides that he was too old, they were saying he was a racist. They were saying he's not a real Republican. Fox News refused to allow him into a debate because they said he's not a real Republican. That was the reason they didn't let him into a debate.
I think that I had actually called Mark Levin back then because he was talking about this is why I support Mitt Romney and this is why I support Rick Santorum is who I was trying to say, and then just threw Ron Paul under a bus. And I just would like to ask that individual with the voice, Mark Levin's voice. Yeah, this is Mark Levin. Mark Levin, Ron Paul. Oh, you Ron Paul bot. Now I work at Fox News. You're still calling me talking about Ron Paul. Maybe we threw Ron Paul under a bus. And we don't give a shit about Ron Paul. We wouldn't even just allow him to even speak, but now we are just the absolute most amazing people, just spewing all this information about how we support freedom of speech and how poor Donald Trump is so poor. Oh my God, he's so poor. He's so poor. He's poor Donald Trump.
Yes,
even though I like Donald Trump kind of because he's funnier and fuck shit, but we fucked it over back then. We fucked it over. I feel like that. I feel like I'm talking like an old person. I feel like that I'm really old now. We had the chance to fucking eliminate the two parties back then. Adam Kokesh is not going to do this either. This shit's not going to happen in our lifetime. I feel like that we just need to stop being so fucking goddamn retarded and shitting in the fucking street.
Okay.
It's really,
Okay, Steve. I gotcha. All right, I understand what you're saying. No, you just said it was Steve. You said it was Steve at the beginning of the fucking call.
This is
you said
Michael.
Yes, it's Michael. Yes, it is. Okay, Steve. Thanks for calling. We got the gist of your conversation. We'll talk again soon, I hope. Okay, bye. Okay, so I am gonna play another clip for you guys. I'm gonna play the clip from the Hawaii police making the homeless guy lick a urinal. So hold on just a sec, and we'll play that clip.
At the outset, we had said that these allegations were shocking and that if proven in court were a clear constitutional violation.
New reaction tonight after two Honolulu police officers are indicted and arrested for allegedly forcing a homeless man to lick a public restroom urinal.
Officers John Rabago and Reginald Ramones had been on desk duty since the incident in Makiki more than a year ago. Today, they pleaded not guilty in federal court.
The men could face a decade in prison, but as Ben Gutierrez reports, their lawyers insist they will be acquitted. Ben?
Thanks very much. Rabago and Ramones were released on $25,000 unsecured bond and no more desk duty. Today, they were placed on unpaid leave from HPD. John Rabago in the blue shirt and Reginald Ramones left U.S. District Court after pleading not guilty to conspiring to deprive a person of his civil rights and acting under the color of law to deprive someone of their civil rights. They were accused of forcing Sam Ingalls, a homeless man, to lick a urinal in January of last year.
It is good to see that federal authorities took this investigation seriously and that the man whose rights were violated will have a chance to have justice. I think this underscores what happens when we dehumanize people who are houseless.
Rabago and Ramones were among 4 officers who lost their guns and badges after they were reported by a 5th officer who was with them. Honolulu Police Chief Susan Ballard referred the case to the FBI.
The right thing to do would be to turn over this type of case because to me it was actually largely egregious, and I felt that it needed to be stepped up to another entity to do the investigation.
Ballard said the arrests cast a dark shadow on the department, but she also asked the public to support officers who carry out their daily duties with respect for the public.
Most of our officers, 99.9% of our officers, are very hardworking officers, and they're out there and they want to do the best job that they can.
Attorneys for the 2 officers remain confident that they will be found innocent and put back on duty.
Ms. Panagakis and I intend to go to trial. We expect that a jury of their peers, 12 people, will find them not guilty of all of the allegations.
Trial is set for June. If convicted, they face a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison and a $350,000 fine. Ben Gutierrez, Hawaii News.
That video ended kind of abruptly. Mic back on? Yeah, okay. I was like, hey, what happened? They usually end a little bit differently. But Craig spewed, I get that. Craig got that video. That's why it looked different than most of them look. Okay, so let's see. What do we got now? I am doing this thing where we do this call-in show Monday through Friday. Today's Friday. We've been going for 2 hours. If you guys are done, if you're ready to start the holiday weekend, is this holiday weekend? Close enough, right? We are well within the holiday weekend zone. So, I listen again. I really want you guys to not stress out. Okay, the holidays are very stressful. From what I understand, the top time to have a heart attack for Americans is during Christmas. I think Christmas Eve is the #1 heart attack day in America, in the United States. So, and stress is what causes that. So relax. You know, don't worry about tomorrow. Just one step at a time, right? We'll get through it. And just look forward to hanging out with friends and family and getting fucked up. You know? Catching, or just not getting fucked up, just catching a little buzz and, you know, having a nice, warm, happy glow. Let's put it that way. You know? Because that's what the vacation time and hanging out with friends and family should be all about. Hello. Hey, hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Oh, pretty fucking good.
Right on. You made it.
Yeah, I made it. Finally here. We look so excited. Shit.
So now listen, you got to take your time. You'll have 10 days off. There's no reason to be in a hurry about anything. Just take your time and do your best to relax and enjoy every single moment of those 10 days that you can.
Man, you better believe it. I already turned all my alarms off.
Excellent. That is a great first step. That is such a good first step.
Yeah, sure, man. I'm like, oh my God. I don't care what time it is. I don't care what day it is. But I put the alarm for, you know, the day before. You know, before I go back. But shit, man. Oh my God. What a relief. Shit. It's so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So how you doing?
I'm good. I'm looking forward to the holiday season kicking into full gear and just relaxing and you know, getting. I mean, I'm pretty relaxed to start with, you know, but I can take it up another notch if I want.
Put it into overdrive,
and I am ready and willing to go there.
Tis the season, buddy. Let it out. Fuck it, man.
That's what you know. You know how many times a day I say "'tis the season" right now? You got that. You got that nailed there.
Oh, damn. Shit. I try to make people happy, you know. I try to make people laugh. I try to make people forget about their problems. It's not as bad as you think. It's like take a breather sometimes and take a step back. All I'm saying, you'll be surprised, you know, the clarity.
Did you see my Boo Bear?
What's that?
Did you see my Boo Bear?
Your Boo Bear? What's your Boo Bear?
My Boo Bear, my cheese-eating Boo Bear, my dog. You see my dog?
Oh, I sure did. Yeah, it's fucking beautiful, man. You got some beautiful dogs, man. I can see how you fucking take care of them and just love them and just, man, they're so beautiful. Their coats, their bodies, everything. They're so beautiful. Good job, Daddy. For somebody that I don't want no kids, well, hell, you're
Well,
making a good daddy with those little buddies.
well, I'm telling you, Craig brought that little baby home when he was like 6 weeks old. Just a handful of bundle and fur and kisses. And he said, "What do you think? Should we keep him?" And I said, "No." It's the truth. I said no. I said no. But I mean, I've never. Well, Craig was like, "Fuck you, I'm keeping him." But I've never, I've never been sad for a moment that Boo Bear's here.
He's so sweet looking.
Yeah,
I know I'm a dog lover myself, and I'm just all like, oh, baby. And the way you take care of them, I'm like, shit, my hat's off to you, buddy.
Well,
it's like you treat them like they're supposed to be instead of those fucking assholes that get a dog and tie him outside all year round,
Yeah.
So we're gonna that shit. Ooh, I hate that shit. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, from the beginning. I mean, if you're gonna have a dog, and the reason I call him Boo Bear, my Boo Bear, he is a Boo Bear. There's the picture of him when Craig bought him home. But the reason that I call him Boo Bear is because you have a choice. You can have a Boo Bear or you can have a dog, right? And dogs, dogs are like they don't get up on the furniture and stuff like that, but Boo Bears go everywhere and they know words like pizza and donuts and ice cream, cheeseburger.
And so when did you fall in love with Boo Bird?
Well,
yeah, it fucking got you, Mike, man. You can't even fight that.
Yeah, well, I know he's my best friend. I mean, I'm his protector. You know what I mean? When he got hit by a car, that was it. It was all bets we're done here. He's my protector, and I'm gonna have to make sure. And it's not just that. He was on his deathbed in the vet's office, right? I mean, the veterinarian said we don't know if he's gonna make it or not. Okay, he was in the veterinary hospital for 10 days, and when he said we don't know if he's going to make it or not, I bent down to him and I said, if you stick around, I'll make it worth your while. I said every day there will be adventure. Every day there will be adventure. Every day there will be new treats. Every day will be good and fun, and you'll be glad that you stuck around. That's him in the hospital right there.
Damn, you're pulling my heartstrings, Mike. What the fuck, dude?
Well, I'm just telling you. I mean, I didn't tell you the whole thing, but
That's so fucking sweet, man. Oh my god.
Yeah. So I just had to, so I promised him that I'll be there and that it'll be a good thing, and he's never alone. He doesn't know what it's like to be alone at all. He's just a happy guy who thinks everybody is his friend.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's so sweet, Mike. Damn. Just like one of my dogs that I got it from a fucking puppy mill too. It's just like, you know what? People pay hundreds of dollars for dogs that are, they're just the right breed. Man, fuck that. I go for mutt.
Yeah.
I'm like, rescue me a mutt. Like, shit, are you kidding? Nah. It's like all dogs need love and shit, and all I want to do is rescue a pup, but they can be so fucking loyal to you,
Yeah,
like,
well,
they can worry about nothing.
We have this joke, right? We had a friend who came over one time, and we opened the door, and the dogs jumped out to go, hey, what's happening? And the guys all, oh, and the dogs all came back inside, and it's like, what? Don't your dogs run away? And then I just laughed right in his face. I'm like, where the fuck are they gonna run to? But there's nowhere better than here, man. So, and I go and open the door, and I'm like, you want to run away? Now's your chance. And like, fuck that. I mean, they turn and walk away from the door, like they know exactly what I'm saying. And they're like, hell no, I don't want to run away.
And the question should have been is like, why? Why would they run away,
Yeah,
man?
exactly. There is no other place to be.
Mm.
So
That is so, oh, man. Oh my God.
yeah.
That's funny for the people that don't have animals that they love like that. It's like you don't understand the loyalty. It's like shit. You give them love. That's all they want. Shit. Easy as peasy.
Well, they're part of the family. If you're not going to make them part of the family, see, dogs more than anything want to belong to something. They want to be part of something, right? And if you're not going to make them part of the family, then you get the dogs that run away because they're going to look for something to belong to. Then you have dogs that act out because the one thing that they really want they can't get even though it's right in front of them. So
dogs are always looking for a pet. That's how they are.
They
so they're looking for a pet.
Yeah, they want to belong to something. So it's really so that's what I've tried to make happen for Rufus, and then his sister came along like 3 years later, his sister from the same litter. So so we have her too, and I just try and treat her basically the same way. Although we call her not the Boo Bear.
Your dogs are so happy and just so good looking. I was like, aw. I said, that's the best thing ever. It's like people sometimes just need to take a breather and be all like, just chill. When you got a little dog, you know that they're with you 100%. They're like loyal as fuck. You don't get that shit anywhere. And plus, they also fucking warn you about people that they know have bad intentions. My dogs do.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, except for this motherfucker. It's just like, oh, yeah, Because over here, I was in an apartment. I would walk my dogs every night after I got off of work. And one night, fucking a car full of 6 guys, man, rolled up on me and shit. And I was just like, come on, girls. Telling my dogs, come on, keep coming,
Yeah.
And they were fucking like, they acted like they wanted to do something to me, so I reached into my pocket and I'm just like, hey, if you're feeling fucking lucky, motherfucker, because I'm packed.
Yeah.
So no, I've got this shit legally, and I'm just no, leave me alone. And no, man, they circled around and shit. I picked up my fucking dogs and I was running back to the apartment. It was fucked up.
That sounds pretty scary.
They rolled across. Yeah, they rolled in front of my apartment and everything. And I was just like, what the fuck? Meanwhile, my dogs, my older dog, she was growling and everything. And I'm just like, what's going on? Usually she's real good.
Yeah.
With the walk, just, right beside me, right, not in front of me, not behind me, just right next to me. They're trained very well,
Yeah.
And she kept fussing and fussing to where it got me to look like, okay, well, why is this car coming up to me, real slow? I'm just like, what the fuck? Yeah, these motherfuckers wanted to jack me up, and I looked at them straight on, and I was just like, come on. As my hand was in my pocket, like, come on, bitch, It's like, I will put this 9 in your ass, I'm gonna fuck. And they just rolled around, and like I said, they're trying to catch me later, and I just cut through yards and shit. I'm like, oh my gosh. But dogs are good for that shit. They'll protect you.
Yeah.
They know when something bad's about to happen. And boy, I'm so happy that I rescued my dog. Because I'm like, man, she's been my lifesaver, I mean, imagine a car with fucking 5 people in it ready to jack you up. At the end of the night, everything was safe, but I got the fuck out of there. I moved away from there and everything, and I was just like, okay, yeah, this is fucking getting really bad. It was crazy.
Yeah, that sounds horrible, Michelle. I'm glad you're not around there anymore.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's what they got. I found the house and everything, and I'm just like, shit, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
Like, I can make my walls, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I ain't got to worry about apartment living anymore. It's like, hell yeah,
Yeah, no, that sounds way better.
Oh, fucking a lot better, Work your ass off, but at least I know something's, shown for it. Every time I pay the mortgage, every fucking beginning of the fucking month, I'm just like, okay, I can stay here another month.
I hear ya. I mean, I know I think that that's a pretty big boat. A lot of people feel exactly the same way.
Absolutely. All the working class, everybody, man.
Yeah.
Everybody's those fucking just, working to see how they can fucking still keep a roof over their heads. And it has just been so hard for just, a lot of people It's just like all I say is just hang in there, man. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better.
Yeah.
And I feel for everybody, because I have family back home that's going through the same shit. And I think of not only them, but I think about millions of Americans struggling and just trying to get by, just trying to live. Human beings, they're just trying to fucking live. And you got this president that's fucking knocking them down left and right, cut their food stamps right at Christmas time. And it's just like, you goddamn motherfucker, man. I hate that goddamn Trump. Is that how are you going to feel, and we talked about this last time, I know.
Yeah, no, I hated him a long time before he became president, and I just can't. I mean, he just the whole idea of showing him any kind of support makes me want to puke. So.
Yeah, that's how I feel. It's just like, and that's why I keep praying for the American people. Like, just fucking hang in there. It's going to get better.
I think we're gonna get through it. With that, I think we're gonna get.
Okay, I was gonna say that Americans are very resilient though. They fucking do what they got to do to make ends meet, and even if they can't make it, they fucking keep making it somehow. Through their strength and just knowing that there's got to be a better day. We're in the United States of America. There's got to be a better day. And so I'm happy that people fucking stand strong, but when Trump did that shit, and the stats show that in the holidays at Christmas time, you have a higher suicidal rate,
Yeah, there's a lot of stress. There's so much stress. That's
like, oh Lord, yeah, that one really hit me in the gut. Cause I'm like, God damn, people are already struggling, but what little they have, now you took that away from them, and that's food. It wasn't even like luxury shit,
Yeah, no, I get it, Michelle. It's so heartless. It's hard to believe anyone could be so heartless.
The President of the United States, Mike, did you ever think you would live through this kind of shit?
I never thought Donald Trump would be president, that's for sure. Except for when you look at what the competition is, and then you go, well,
oh, really?
I'm gonna sell my soul to vote for this person. Yeah.
Mike, did you hear the fact that they're saying now that Obama may be the one to get up and fucking derail Bernie? Did you hear that shit?
I've heard you mention it. I haven't actually seen any articles or I haven't heard a whole lot from Obama just recently, the last couple months.
Because I'm like, man, I could see them doing that shit. Just like when they threatened Bernie in 2016. And then people don't fucking realize that shit, but when he had said that he was going to fucking, everybody vote for Hillary, he had said months before, and he said, if I ever tell you who to vote for, believe that I'm lying.
Yeah.
Because he knew what was going to fucking happen with the pressure of the DNC and all the fucking goddamn mafia shit behind all that shit.
Yeah, all the media. The media were fucking... The media were literally calling him Crazy Bernie.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know what, Mike? Look that up. Of 2016, when he fucking said, vote for Hillary.
Yeah.
Look at him. Don't tell me that he didn't have a fucking black eye from getting roughed up.
Yeah,
that was something that was back then. Where it's just like, doesn't he look like somebody, like he got a black eye and shit? And it's like, well, are you surprised when it comes to Hillary?
Yeah, no, not at all. Mm-hmm. I don't think anybody's surprised at any kind of horrible fucking, bullshit she would do.
Yeah. And that's why I was just like, oh, well, shit. I said, well, let's see what happens this time. But, man, goddamn, I don't know. I'm just like, fuck, I hope Bernie has good security around him, that's for sure. Just like all the fucking investigators and those writers that all got killed off left and right. This one guy, all of a sudden, he committed suicide when his life was all happy-go-lucky. Remember with Hillary? You remember that shit?
Which one?
fucking writers, man, just in general, man. I can't think of his name, Mike. But he was investigating all that shit, and he was making good articles about it, of how he knew how Hillary was a part of the sabotage, pretty much, against Bernie.
Yeah.
And that guy he was like 24 years old, and he was found, in his car submerged.
Oh, you're talking about Seth Rich?
I believe so.
He worked at the DNC?
The fucking A, yeah.
And he was an aide there, and he's the one. He's the one who Julian Assange says leaked the material to him about Hillary and the fucking the lies and bullshit that was going on at the DNC, all the emails and everything.
You see, Mike, and people that don't fucking believe in that shit, they're just all like, no, the government's always looking out for the best of us. They're always looking out. They're like, God damn. I mean, do you even pay attention to what the fuck's going on? Or are you so caught up in your reality shows that you really don't know and you just like, fuck it? It's crazy, man.
Yeah. No, I have on the front page of this Mox News YouTube, I have let me see. I have the Murder of Seth Rich playlist. So I have so I have information about that, and
brother.
A couple of the videos have been deleted. What's that?
There's fucking more fucking murders, man, committed with all that shit with Hillary, because they were just like, oh, so-and-so was just walking home, and all of a sudden they got robbed and got killed, but yet still had his wallet and everything else. And
Right.
I was like, what the fuck?
Right.
Oh, my goodness. But people are still like, nah, the government's looking out for us. It's like, it's time to wake up. How about your New Year's resolution is that next year I will not be a sheep. How about that?
Well, or a program zombie or whatever it is, because I think that people, I think that they work really hard and all this stuff. You know what I mean? I keep trying to give them like the benefit of the doubt, because I think that they're overworked.
I get you.
And I want them to. I want them. I don't think us putting some kind of label on it is like on them is going to help them become part of our movement to make the world a better place.
You like Mother Teresa, Mike. Goddamn. You just want everybody to get along.
I see. The programming is to divide and conquer us. Right, that's the whole game. That's the whole game in a nutshell, right there. So if we can
watch your show, and we'll talk to you, and be so into it with you, and just watching all the other people have a chat and this and that, it's just like, man, that's why I'm in it, because you give us a different way to say, hey, you can hear that robotic bullshit talking heads on mainstream media. Or you can fucking hear the truth about what other people say and other people's opinions and the shit you show. Shit.
Yeah.
That's why I keep listening to you, Mike. I like your show. I really do.
And Michelle, we're really glad you're here. You know we are, right?
Oh, hell yeah, but I had to call because no one was calling. So I'm just all like, no.
We're working on. I think everybody's in holiday mode, and it takes a certain amount of energy to call. You got to lift up the phone and everything.
So, fuck out of here.
You got to put the bong down and lift up the phone. Nobody wants to put their bong down. Come on, Michelle.
Right. This was season to be jolly. Damn right, Mike. Well, I just wanted to call because I didn't want you to end your show short.
Okay.
So like shit.
Yeah, well,
I was talking to you, man. I always have a good time talking to you, Mike.
All right. Well, is there anything you're really looking forward to in the next 10 days? Like one thing that really stands out?
Really, Mike, I'm simple. I'm simple as fuck.
Yeah, I know.
I just want something attainable, and I think I just want to just relax, enjoy my family.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
You know, really.
That's what I just want to go and enjoy a nice plate of food with friends, man. That's what I want.
Yeah, and the best thing about it is like to stand still for a minute, you know? It's like, you know, with all the hours that I work, I can't introduce myself to my family, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, you know, where's Michelle? Working. And so when I go back home, it's just like, shit. I got this feeling of I don't have to worry about nothing because it's just like re-energizes me for the next year, you know? Bonding with my family and bullshit with my cousins, especially my cousins, shit. Man, we party like motherfuckers, man.
Excellent.
That's why I really go back home, to be honest.
Yeah, excellent. That sounds awesome.
My aunts and uncles, yeah, not so much with my aunts and uncles. I mean, I love them, but goddamn, when it comes down to it, it's like, come on, let's go. We're going, we're partying, we're drinking, we're smoking, we're just like chilling in the fucking country, man. It's the best thing ever.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good.
Low. Yeah, it starts with so fucking low, it looks like you can fucking just reach out and touch them.
Yeah.
Which you may experience that where you're at.
Yeah.
But that's like my favorite thing. If anybody ever wanted to take me out on a fucking date, take me somewhere to where afterwards we can have some fucking drinks and look at the stars. That's it. I'm fucking easy to please and just happy for fucking just nature in itself. You ain't got to go to JCPenney for my happy ass, Mike.
Well, that's good, Michelle. That's good to know.
Yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Well, all right. Well,
okay, well, Michelle, you listen. You be sure and you drive really extra safe, okay?
I'm already home, puppy. I'm good.
Okay,
Shit.
but there's going to be a lot of crazy people on the road, so you be careful on the road. Yeah.
You got that right. Even on the Monday.
Yeah. Even on the weekend, for sure.
Yes, absolutely, Mike. Oh, well, thank you for caring, Mike. But you have a good day, too, and have a great weekend. Get some rest. You know, Chuck, like I said, hi and everything. And I love your videos, you know. They were cool. Yeah. Ooh, don't get me started on my goddamn fucking cop at Fort Worth. Are you going to play that?
Oh, yeah, I'll play that.
Dude, it was fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Because the cop just looked through the window, and she's in her fucking house by herself.
Yeah.
If you're going to do a wellness check, why are you not going to go up to the front door and knock?
Right.
Why are you going to come to the side of the goddamn window?
Yeah.
If they just want to be here, Mike, in my house,
yeah.
bitch, you're done too.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, they said that the cop took like 8 seconds and just boom.
It was like 2 seconds. Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah. And I'm like, bitch, I would give him 6, motherfucker. But yeah, that's horrible. What happened there?
Yeah, well,
that was big fucking news.
It's good that they got charged with murder. So I'll play that clip right now, Michelle.
All right, sweet. All right, Mikey, you have a good night, and I'll talk to you later.
Okay, thanks for calling.
All right, brother, anytime.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
And that's our buddy in Texas, and she's got a long drive ahead of her tomorrow to go hang out with her family. So I hope she has a very safe travel, because we are so glad Michelle is part of our Mox News Ninja family. How are you, my little ninjas? Okay, so let's see. I think let's see, which one was it she wanted to see? The Texas cop charged with murder. Okay, that's a short clip. I can play that for you right now. Hold on one sec here. And we will play that clip now.
To the index of other news, a former police officer indicted for murder in Fort Worth tonight. Aaron Dean is accused of shooting and killing a Tatiana Jefferson while she was playing video games with her nephew in her mother's home. The officer never identifying himself that night. Her nephew told authorities she heard him outside. She picked up her gun, which police say she did have the right to do.
I didn't touch any buttons. Let's see. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, I got the mic on. Okay, so isn't that a great video of Boo Bear? Can you believe that dog got hit by an SUV and he head-butted the front bumper? and went under the front tire and went under the back tire at like 35, 40 miles an hour, and it crushed his back hip, and he was in the hospital for 10 days, and there he is flying through the air trying to get a stick, playing with his bestest buddy. Isn't that a beautiful thing? You gotta love it, baby. Gotta love it, baby. Love it, baby. You're my beautiful baby. Okay, so let's see. If anybody else wants to call, I am here for one more call, or I'm out of here so we can all start a holiday weekend to get where we got to go, and then I'll see you on Monday, because we do this every Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Same Mox time, same Mox channel, okay? I hope we see you there, because it's always better when you're here. That's just all there is to it. It would be meaningless without you. Okay? And I hope you know that's from the bottom of my heart. It's not even from the bottom of my heart. It's just the simple truth of the situation. Is that if I was doing this and you guys weren't here, it would be ridiculously meaningless. There would be no of value to anyone. But I believe that when we're doing this, that it seems to me that we are doing something of value. And as long as I keep feeling like we're making something happen of value, I will continue to do that. Okay? Stop. Okay, so I think it looks like we're done here. If anybody else wants to have a call, or else I'm gonna go because I just want to go do my weekend. I have gardening to do, is what it is. I have little babies in the nursery. I have video to edit to make the gardening videos for the weekend, and then I actually have to like start filling some pots with dirt and stuff, because I have little babies. They're like this big. They're gonna want some actual dirt soon. I guess got them in like this little peat pellet thing. They're gonna want some dirt really soon. So I need to focus on that for a little bit and make that happen. So I am so glad that you all are here. Is there something you're doing? Are you doing something? Okay, I don't know what he's doing. Again, this episode of Mox News Live was brought to you by God's Vagina. Nothing tastes so sweet on earth as God's vagina. Let's see. Who is this? Hello, caller.
Michael.
Yes.
This is Steve McClanahan coming to you live.
Steve McClanahan.
We were listening to Michelle down in Texas. We heard Michelle's request loud and clear. Steve McClanahan would like to take Michelle on a date.
Well,
on Christmas.
She's going to be busy on Christmas.
We are going to go live from the North Pole. On Christmas Day, Michael.
Well, that sounds like fun.
If you don't want to go live on Christmas Day, then I'll just call George Norrie. I mean, if you're too busy having steak dinners,
you go right ahead and call fucking George Norrie, okay? I don't give a shit, Steve. You're gonna give me a fucking. Don't be fucking threatening me on my own damn show, Steve.
I'm not calling George Norrie. It was a joke. I love you, Michael. But we are trying to go live in the North Pole, get an interview with Santa.
Santa's gonna be busy on Christmas night. Santa's gonna be busy. You let him.
Well, God damn it! We're trying to take Michelle out. Michelle, if you're listening, you better not call the show. Your entire days off, you better relax. You better be on vacation.
Stop telling
somewhere.
people what to do, Steve.
Michael.
Yes, Steve.
Well, we're trying to change the world tonight. But I actually wanted to call and let you know that we are actually changing the world tonight. I actually called Donald Trump. I said, Donald. He picked up the line. I said, Donald. Hey, Donald. We're changing the world over here, whether you like it or not. Okay? We're still throwing parties. None of you people are listening to the people. You think these people are retarded. They're actually not retarded. And we're not worried about it anymore. We are not worried about it anymore. We're not changing the world with you anymore. None of you. We're changing the world live tonight on Mox News Radio. Whether you like it or not, we're changing the world tonight. We are having a party. It's Friday night. Everybody's trying to get off the line here. They've got to start their weekend. Well, you know what? Steve McClanahan, live in Los Angeles, California, missed his flight. Has got his van stolen 2 fucking times.
Hey, Steve.
And I'm telling you, we're having a party here.
Hey, we're going to go to the next caller, Steve.
Well, I bet, you know what? I hope that goddamn, probably, seriously, a self-defecator shitting and pissing all over the sidewalks, in the streets, on your doorbell, putting shit everywhere that they possibly can. Probably can't find a restroom half the time of the day that they need to defecate. You know, I hope those goddamn cocksucking motherfuckers have something better to say about this shit that's going on in the world right now. I hope they have something great. I hope they have something so great to stop the defecation.
Okay, Steve.
Stop the defecation on your doorbell.
We have a
need
plan.
to stop this.
We have a plan. We're going to take back the government. That'll do it.
We're taking back the government tonight.
That's right.
We're going to stop partying and take back the government.
Got it.
How about that?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Talk to you soon.
All right. Sorry for calling.
Bye. Okay. So that was Steve McClanahan calling from LA, I guess. Okay. And I have one more clip. Although someone was calling, I don't know if they wanted to call back. I have one more clip of, okay. So last week we showed a clip of cadets, I believe is at West Point and Annapolis, and they're like making hand gestures during some kind of a graduation ceremony. And I have a clip from the people responding saying, "Hello, caller."
Hey, Mike, let's treat this like a debate show. What the fuck's that caller's problem with me?
It's not you, Michelle. He just has a problem. It's not you. You were just the caller. You were just the caller before him. That's all.
Is that Stephen James?
I don't know. I don't know. That's not Stephen James. It's not the phone number that he's calling from.
Damn it! Because that dude's like, oh my god, like he wants to be the only one to talk. So I'm like, he start fucking saying my name and shit, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm like, what's your problem?
He
Shit.
said he wanted to take you on a date. That's what he said.
Not fuck take me on a date. God damn, man.
You were saying if somebody wants to take me on a date, this is the kind of date that I want to go on. So he was saying he wanted to take you on a date. That's how it works, Michelle. You put it out there, you're gonna get some offers, okay?
But that wasn't like a fucking goddamn. I just said it like in general, man.
I hear ya. I hear ya. I'm just explaining it.
I've been on those online date sites and all that crap shit, man. No, man, my life is good. I'm just okay. Well, all right. I'm waiting for what he said. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I was just all like, what the fuck? Damn. What I had. Oh, damn it, Mike.
This is what happens.
You know, and I do love steak and shit too, man. You see, I'm carrying on. But the fact is that I don't even know who this guy is.
None of us do.
Then it's a date, man.
Well, good luck with that.
No, I'm fucking kidding. God damn it. You gotta know my sarcasm by now, Mike. Come on. Are you kidding? I'm from fucking Midwest, man, Ohio. I'm like country girl through and through, freaking. Like, you know, I believe in God. I don't go to church every fucking Sunday, man. But you know what? What I believe in is with me 24/7.
Yeah.
I ain't gotta go do all that extra shit.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry if I misdirected and like, you know, like.
No, you're
not. That I was looking for.
It's all good, Michelle. No, I'm sorry. We're good, honey. You call anytime, okay?
That was just funny to me, man. Okay,
Yeah.
Mikey.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you later, Mike.
Okay, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
All right, sweetie. Bye-bye.
Okay, now, so I have the clip of, which one did I have? Oh, I have one more clip left. Which clip is it? The cadets. Right, so the cadets at West Point in Annapolis. Last week I played a clip of them flashing what they called white power symbols during some kind of a graduation ceremony or some type of ceremony. And the academies are now responding by saying the cadets were playing a game called the Circle Game. So I'll play that video for you, and then that's all I got. Which one is that? That's clip number 5. Cadets playing the Circle Game.
There's also news coming in tonight about the investigations into those controversial hand gestures made during the Army-Navy football game. Both military branches tonight saying cadets and midshipmen seen flashing hand symbols on live TV were playing what's called the Circle Game and not making racist white power signs. Investigators calling it immature behavior. All are still facing possible punishment.
That's a short one. I figured we'd follow up since we played that last week. And I thought that it was kind of an interesting response that the military academies came back with. So, anyways, I hope you all have plans. Well, I hope you find something to enjoy. Okay, over the next few days. We're doing this every Monday through Friday. We'll be here on Monday, same Mox time, same Mox channel, 7 p.m. Pacific, right here. I don't know if we're going to do it Christmas Eve. We have a dinner on Christmas Eve. I think we'll probably do it because I think it's an early dinner. So we might be able to be back in time on Christmas Eve. And then if we do it on Christmas Eve and things go well, we'll go ahead and do a show on Christmas probably too. Because I don't have any plans. I'm gonna bake some cookies and just enjoy what there is to enjoy. My Boo Bear, some good food, friends, a nice puff of weed. This is an embroidered t-shirt, very high quality long sleeve. Craig is taking orders. If anybody wants a t-shirt, let Craig know. And you get a Mox News business card. Actually, get a couple Mox News business cards with the t-shirt. And then you also get a My Cock for President postcard for if you order one, and I'll actually autograph the postcard if you want. Okay, so and it has a top 5 reasons to vote for my cock. So you want one of those hanging on your fridge, right? You know you want one of those hanging on your fridge. Anyways, I will be back on Monday, and I hope you all have a magnificent weekend. And so stay cool till then, okay? Because that's what I got. I'm out of clips. We did 7 clips tonight. That's a new record, okay? And by the way, we are quickly closing in on show 100, on live show number 100. Can you believe that? It should happen next week, depending on if we do shows on Christmas Eve and Christmas. It should happen next week or the week after. Isn't that amazing? 100 shows already. Pretty fucking cool, right? So, we'll see you on Monday. Stay cool till then.
No matter which mouth you feed on a two-headed snake, it still shits the same turd. But lucky for you, you have Mox News. More than 10 years, more than 60,000 videos. Mox News has been filtering the nonsense and eliminating the bullshit from your mainstream media. Turn off your TV and turn on to Mox News. For over a decade, documenting the socio-political events that have etched and carved the pathways that define today's modern mess, Mox News has been providing clarity while faithfully bringing you today's relevant stories 100% commercial-free and subscription-free. And just like Lady Liberty vows to remain free. But at this time, we're asking you for your help, your patronage, and your support to keep the lights on and the videos rolling. For less than 17 cents per day, you can become a basic subscriber, knowing that your donation is truly making a difference that will help continue bringing the news stories that make a difference in your life. Turn on, tune in, and drop a couple dimes today by clicking the link below or visiting moxnews.com and show your support at any level. From a single one-time donation or dedicated monthly subscriber, do it now in less than 2 minutes. All donations are safe, securely processed, and verified using PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or Discover Card. As always, we're sure you'll find something of interest each and every day. This holiday season, give the gift of Mox. moxnews.com.